Welcome, you guys. This is a guided meditation. I've got my sacred space all set up here. So you guys will get a really good experience out of this. Welcome. I've created a very sacred space here for everybody to enjoy. I have everything covered in love and protection and guidance. And I just want to grab something really quick. Okay, so I'm going to do the collective reading here. I have a very, very sacred space set up here, you guys. So I'm going to do a collective reading here. And then I wanted to do the guided meditation over on YouTube because if you guys see, I have my spaces set up here. Everything's here. Okay. I cleansed the space. I have a heart chakra incense going off here. So I'm first gonna do the reading, the collective reading. The alien oracle. I'm getting already tapped on the eye here. And then I wanted to do the meditation. I want you guys to jump over on YouTube for that because on Instagram, a lot of the times it will shut off and I don't realize it because my eyes are closed. So if you guys are able to, after we finish this reading, jump over onto my YouTube, you guys, it will be much easier for me and I don't have to keep looking up to see if the phone went off. I need to be fully in meditative state and in a trance-like state. And if I'm on Instagram, it will shut off because it does that sometimes. And I don't want it to shut off while I'm meditating and you guys get distracted and disconnected from the meditation. So I'm lighting my Palo Santo. I have the Archangel Metatron grid here, Archangel Raphael grid. This will be a reading for our starseed families. I say aliens because that's what everybody knows them as. I don't call them that. I am hearing something. Let the message be given to those who are ready to receive it. Love and light, please. Angels of love and light, our angels, our star guides, our protectors, our family. I ask that you protect this home as I connect now and help others connect as well. I ask that you protect their homes and mine. May there be protection, clearance, and guidance all around these homes as we connect to our higher selves and who we truly are as divine beings, as you have made us your divine children. Thank you. Oh, and like, guys, let me get you to have this in your presence so you could see that this is peaceful and loving, a very nurturing situation. All right, so I'm going to ask our star guides, our star family, to connect with us now in this moment so we can have a moment of clarity to know what messages they have for us and what they need from us to help guide humanity. And if we are to be of service to that, then hopefully we can be, so. Starseed family, what messages do you have for us? And please guide me in knowing how to guide the collective in connecting with you fearlessly, to be brave and to, thank you. The Andromedans are coming up for you guys. The Andromedans are coming up. And it says here, autonomy, free will, and manifestation. So this is a collective reading. So I'm feeling this as a collective to manifest the good into humanity, into creation. I'm getting a feeling of earth elements. I feel this is going to be an earth element of surprise to earth, but it is going to help you all step into the next level of ascension. I feel that you guys have something here. We all do. We all do. We have something here that is going to create the next wave of humans. There's strength and power within this next transition, and there are a multitude of beings that are with you and would love to connect with you. This is sensuality. It's love. The third eye. They're wanting to tell us, like, so if you look at her eyes and she's in meditation, if you look at her eyes, when you're looking up during a meditation to your third eye chakra, this is how they say you awaken your third eye, by looking up as you meditate and staring at your third eye and just focusing your energy on it, which is why you see all of those Buddhist monks and all that, and their eyeballs look white, is because they're in trance state and they're looking at their third eye and they're opening it. I'm hearing you can only go as far as you allow yourself to go. And we have very important things we want to share with you and bring to your attention. And nowhere in between do we want to corrupt anything that you already believe in, because you have your own free will, and we will not intercept in your divine right, which is to have free will no matter what you're experiencing. Your auras are filled with the perceptions that you fill it with. It's been many, many, many lifetimes that you have been here. I'm hearing this for you guys. There's been many, many lifetimes that you have been here. Your will to create your own desired reality has been and will always be one of the most precious tools that God has given to you. We affirm and stand with the belief that humanity deserves better. We correspond with this vessel as she believes strongly that humanity deserves a fighting chance. As she has fallen in love with humanity, we have also fallen in love with humanity. Our mission here is simply to guide you into the realm of ascension. You can call us your guardians, your angels, whatever you would like. We are indebted to you because you are seeded from our civilizations. You are a part of us, and we are a part of you. And as the universe is one, we are one. What you believe is what you believe, and no one can stand in the way of that. We simply ask that you have an open mind. You allow your creativity to flow freely, and you listen to your intuition as we are giving messages to the collective at the same time. We are serving you now for your highest good. Oh, spirit, 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 spirit guides, Darcy family, guide me in this meditation after I do this collective, please. Thank you. I will be guided. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They're saying we're going to go on a little journey through this meditation. So prepare yourself, sit down, get comfortable. Surround yourself with things that are beautiful. Allow the flow of energy and trust. Trust, trust. It is the one thing that they ask of you, not to be afraid and to trust. It is a very important part of their role. Your past life right now, it will be presented to you. Some of you could be experiencing past life regression coming in this next part of your phase, your stage. You could be experiencing the past life that for some of you, if you're not ready for it, please let it be known, because some of it can be kind of so. And I am being taken back to Atlantis here. For those of you who have a fear of water, they say, yes, you have been a part of this story, of this narrative. So yes, you're afraid of it. And for a lot of you, this is what's stopping you from going towards your ability to connect. Intimidation, stalking, and confrontation, corrupt, unethical cults, and shadow self, denial, projecting shame, uncertainty, distrust, and guardedness. Those cards just all came up when I asked, what is stopping us as humans, as a collective? And those things are, right now, the divine feminine is birthing a new creation. The energy of love, of fertility and birthing and femininity is coming in more so now, and will bring about a Venusian energy, a loving, catering, peaceful style energy. And now, clear your energy and ground. Clear the energy, do a lot of clearing in this moment, in this time, because as the portals are opening up to the gateways and there's vaults being open and there are people trying to open things that don't belong to them and shouldn't be opened. As these situations arise around you, there are situations that are creating tension in your spirit, in your heart, because you can feel what's going on, but you don't understand exactly what is going on. And as people try and meddle in things that they do not understand, and they just do it to seek power and to seek comfort in their lives, when all of the materials that they have collected over the centuries and lifetimes that they've been here on earth, and never has it ever satisfied their soul, because what they are looking for, money or materials, will never buy. And these people, these energies, these frequencies seek to undermine your authority, your ability, your divinity. They seek to keep you in a stable situation where you do not level up. You are in the same constant cycle. And we are here connecting to your solar plexus, the gut, the brain, the intuition, the guidance, the clarity, the cleansing. We are here with you to make you, help you understand, as we, I'm hearing, as we helped Adam and Eve understand, we are here to help you understand. Do not seek answers that you think are the answers, because they are not. There are always different sides to every story. There is truth in some, lies in some, and we are only simply here to try to help you to disconnect from the things that you have been, from the information that you have been like a seed planted in the ground, and only knowing to grow in that direction until the person with the green thumb comes in and gives you the soil and allows you to grow in multitudes. But until then, you can only grow into this one part of the soil. And now we are bringing the green thumb, we are bringing the planter to help you grow bigger, stronger, brighter. We are proud of you and you connecting to your spirituality. We are so proud of you, star seeds. We are proud of you, light workers, empaths, sensitives. We are proud of you. We are very proud of you. Those of you who know, you know that we have been with you and we have been guiding you, and we love you. Let's go take a journey and meet our spirit guides. Now, we say our spirit guides, but our guides, in whatever way they choose to show up. I want you to understand that this next moment here, you will be going into a journey. I will take you on a little ride here and help you to step into your I'm going to help you connect to your guides in a different way here. I think maybe okay. All right, so we're going to step into a journey here. I'm going to put you guys on a path to connecting to your guides here. So we will begin with the meditation now. Okay. And now we're going to add on here music. Let's do. All right, guys, I'm going to put some meditation music on. I want you to get really comfortable here. Really, really comfortable. And just really, we're going to go into a very, 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 very exciting journey. Okay. Okay. Put yourself in a very peaceful state of mind here. trust this process and listen to my voice. Listen to my voice, and we will go on a journey now. I will channel this from our Starseed family. And if you feel it hasn't connected here for you in this moment, use this meditation in other times to help you connect. A deep breath in and hold it for 4 seconds and slowly release it. Okay, breathe in and hold it 4 seconds. Feel the peace in your mind. Feel your body loosen up. Let go of your arms. Unclench your jaw. Loosen your neck up. Relax. Take all the pressure off. At this time, as your eyes are closed and you are seeing nothing but darkness, you may see the flicker of the candle. You may start to think thoughts about your day. And just let those thoughts pass you by and remember that you are not your thoughts and you are not your mind. I want you to look in front of you, and through this darkness, you see a little white light. It's very small. It's like a diamond shining bright, and it's really small, but it starts to expand. As this diamond light starts to expand, as it opens up, it becomes almost a screen with a picture on it. And on that picture, there's a mountain. And it looks like it has snow on it. It's glistening. There's just a lot of sparkles and diamond looking crystallized energy in those mountains. And you're pretty far away from it. The view is beautiful. And you're walking now, and there's white sand on your feet. This sand feels like someone is massaging your toes, your feet, your ankles. And with each step, your feet dig deep into the sand, and you're feeling grounded and connected to the earth. As you stand in this sand, there's a smell in the air, and it's like a breezy, flowery, jasmine, apple, cinnamon, vanilla. The air smells fresh, and it makes you feel so alive. Now I want you to start to take your feet out of that sand. mountain view is a lake so clear and beautiful. You have never seen a lake shine with clarity so much in your entire life. And this lake is calling you. It sounds like angels and they're singing, come here, come towards the lake, come and meet us. We are your guides, you are safe, we are with you, and you are okay. You start to walk towards the water. As you walk towards the water, and still you can see the view of the mountain behind the lake, and it's still so beautiful. And out of the mountain starts to appear these angel-like figures, and they are just beams of light, and they lengthen as they get closer. They get longer, like a long diamond stretching out. They become a long oval shape with very pointy top and bottom, and they start to come closer and closer. And as they come closer to you, the colors begin to change from gold to silver to rainbow-like colors, and it looks like a shining rainbow, and they're just sparks of diamonds and crystals just coming out of the sky and forming into angelic-like presences. They look human. Are they human? No, they are light beings. They are your guides. They are what you are made of originally. They are you. You are them. Your guides start to come closer to you. As you stand there on the lake, you start to see that there are other people standing on different parts of the lake by the sand, and they have their guides going to them, but you are in your zone. The collective is with you, but you are in your zone. I want you to look in front of you. What do you see? How many guides do you see? What do they look like? I can see mine. One is shaped like a seahorse, and he's rainbow in color. There's a boy, he's got blonde hair, and he's wearing all white. Another one is a woman. She's got a white suit on. Another one looks like a high priest or a saint or a goddess. They're floating in front of my eyes, and I want you to see your guides. What are they doing? Are they floating? Are they standing on the ground? Are they floating on the water? What kind of feeling do you get from them? Are they strong? Are they curious? Are they funny? Or are they divine? Tell them that you feel safe with them and that you trust them. Spirit guides, I feel safe with you and I trust you. I love you. I honor you and I thank you for all the wisdom, the love, the knowledge, and the guidance you have supplied me with over my lifetimes. Now, I want you in your own words, in your own mind, your own thoughts, tell the guides something that you've always wanted to say to them. They could be anyone, your grandmother, your father, strangers, they could be anyone. It's up to you. Whoever you see, that is usually who your guides are. Ask them, what do I need to be doing, guides? What can I do to be of better service to myself and humanity? How can I do it? Show me the way and help me to put wisdom in all situations. Listen to your thoughts. What are your guides saying to you? Trust your intuition. We are always communicating with you. We are always there. Listen to what they're saying. Your thoughts are them communicating with you. Do not doubt your intuition. Do not question it. Open up your heart. Trust the process. Now, as you and your guides have met and connected, do not worry if you did not see what they look like. You couldn't get a clear picture of them. Do not worry because they will come to you in whichever way they feel is best and comfortable for you and your needs. You can ask them to appear to you in your dreams. Some of you can ask for them to appear to you. As I'm standing here, you can ask them to appear to you that way as well. It is your choice. They will not do anything that makes you uncomfortable because they love you. Now, I'm going to let you sit quietly with your guides for a moment. Sit down on the sand and look around you. There are so many others sitting with their guides, and there's all types of guides. Why? There's angels and fairies and people and starseeds and ant-like beings. There are all kinds. There are animal humans. There are everything. They're beautiful. They're all over, and they're sitting with their human, and they're sitting with their person who's on a journey, and they're having conversations, and some people are giggling on your side here. Some people are talking. Others are sitting quietly in meditation, communicating telepathically. And I want you to look at what you're feeling and how are you communicating, and let your guides or your guide sit with you for a moment in silence. We will sit as we do this part of the meditation. I want you to allow your imagination to freely flow and see, smell, hear, and feel everything that you are seeing, smelling, and hearing and feeling is what your guides are giving to you as signs that they are with you now. Now let's close our eyes and imagine yourself sitting on that beautiful sand. It is so soft. And for some of us, we're running our fingers through it. We're just allowing it like the sands of time to go through our fingers and fall back down, pick it back up and fall back down, like children playing on the beach. Now close your eyes tighter. Keep them closed and look up to your third eye. Relax your face, relax your body, and allow the information to flow. Now I want you to sit for a second and just review what you have just experienced. And when you do this meditation next time, Get a pen and a paper and write down what you're hearing, feeling, any colors you see, words, letters, as you are being given the information. Sometimes it can flow so quickly you can't catch it. So with this meditation, connect to your guides as needed. Use it to connect to them anytime you need to. And now see yourself coming out of that sand and your guides hugging you, telling you they love you and giving you encouragement and telling you to keep faith, keep the hope alive. And we are supporting you. We love you. And again, we trust you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit Guide, Starseed family. We love you and we thank you. Okay, start coming back into your body here. Start coming back into your body. Some of you could feel really relaxed right now. My heart chakra is exploding right now. Get back to your body. Get back to you. And feel what you were like, go back and review what you were feeling while you were meditating. Like, that's how I do it. What was I feeling? How was I feeling? What kind of energy did I feel? I felt nothing but peace and love and protection and positive, beautiful energy. Definitely feel very, very at peace right now. I'm very relaxed. I've had dreams of my spirit guides before. I will tell you while I was meditating and what I was writing down here. So I'll share what I wrote down. And it says, I wrote down these signs: Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aries, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and Cancer. Those are the signs that I was hearing while I was meditating. And then I asked, who are you? And then it said, we are your family. I said, why are you here? And they said, we are here for many reasons. Some good, some bad, some to teach, some to lead, some to heal, and some to hurt. We are in our natural state and can't be shaken. Worry not, for we will be here. No harm, no foul. Trust yourself. You are in control. The universe is guiding you. We are protecting you. We love you. Don't be afraid. That's what I was hearing, and I wrote it down. I think what I got from that message is there's some good. There's always going to be good here. There's always going to be bad. Some are helping, some are not. It is up to you, really, what you allow into your energy, and to know that no matter what, they're all here for your highest good. And some are here to serve your highest good, others are not. And that is the point. And that is we here as some are here to serve you for your highest good, whether they are doing something that's not to your liking or they're still serving you in a sense, because their way of doing things will help you to become the person that you might have forgotten you were, because your purpose and your mind has been trampled on, I'm hearing, for so long, that it's like been something that you had to learn to break out of. It is your duty to learn who you are and to become who you truly are. It is nobody else's duty to make you become who you are or to help you learn who you are. It is your responsibility to ask the hard questions, to start to recognize your power, to start to see that you deserve more, to accept that you're a divine being, to understand that you deserve more than you're giving yourself credit for. Learn who you are. It is your responsibility to. This is the time tonight, like I felt this energy and I said, it's the strangest thing in the world is sometimes we'll be ready, we'll think we're ready, and we want to be ready, and we are so excited to be ready. And then something comes in along the way and goes, are you though? Are you? There is something bigger than I couldn't even explain to you what I'm feeling and what I'm sensing. It almost makes me want to cry, because I sometimes it makes me so upset that I cannot completely understand what they are trying to tell me sometimes, and I feel like I'm failing them. Like, I don't know if anybody else ever feels like that, like when it comes to connecting with their guides and for their mission and their purpose, almost like, God, I feel like I'm failing. Like, what am I not? What am I doing wrong? Am I not understanding? Like, is there more I can do? Am I not listening? What am I supposed to be doing? And being really hard on myself sometimes, because I feel like there's just like almost sometimes I feel like I should know better, or I should be like already on a level like where I'm already like aware and I know, but there is no time limit. They say there is no time limit. There is no then the universe shows us that we are, and we don't know half of what we thought we knew. Yep. Sometimes I feel like when I'm in my room or when I'm in my thoughts sometimes, and I watched Noah's Ark last night and I got really mad and said, like, no, humans shouldn't have been punished like that because of the few that were corrupted. That's not fair to the rest of us. We didn't want war. Many of us don't want war. We don't want fighting. We don't want superficial bullshit in our lives. We want natural, pure. It's not our fault we got placed into this situation and we adapted because that's what we do as humans. That's not fair. And I got like really angry and I cried and I said, what about the babies and the children? And then like in Noah's Ark, he said, well, they'll grow up to be corrupt. And Noah and his family got to live, and then they had babies and they started over. But there's always going to be a bad apple in the seeds, right? There's going to, or whatever you want to say, there's always going to be a bad apple in a tree, but it doesn't mean that the rest of the apples are spoiled. That's how I was talking about it. Is there life out there? So much I didn't know. She doesn't want to leave. She's just wondering if there's life out there. Sing song. Yes, there is. And I know there is. And that's what I felt like. Like I sat with my thoughts and I asked God, like, why would all of us be punished? I understand, because I get it. The world corrupts us too, and you could say it's you have the options, you have the decision. Some people really truly feel like they don't have the option. They don't have a decision to make. Some people feel like they are indebted to the it's like they're to the product of their environment. They feel they need to go with the energy of where they are and what they live in, because if not, they won't be accepted where they are. And it's hard out here for humans. It is hard. It's hard to be a human in this world, because some of us truly, we have this fantasy and vision of living in this peaceful, loving world where we can be free and not have to worry about things. But then things like bills come in, and worrying about money because we're afraid that our children are not going to have a warm, comfortable bed. And it turns into, oh, well, you only care about materials. But then no, it's not, because maybe some of us grew up without anything, or we lived past lives where we didn't have anything. And so in this lifetime, we're just trying to create something that is more comfortable for ourselves and our children. And I know that I never want my daughter to ever feel the feeling of being cold or hungry or alone. And when you think about all the people that are feeling that way, and you don't want to be selfish, but you also want to say, I have to worry about me and my family, because I can't help that person who's living somewhere and in a horrible situation, but the way you can help them is by helping yourself. So we start to help ourselves, and we don't want it to turn into selfishness and become all about the materials and only want things. And sometimes I think to myself, Flo, are you being selfish because you want this and you want that? And it's like I'm saying, it's not that I want this and I want that. I want peace. I want to create peace in my life, and the people that are around me, although I love them and I respect them and I will always be there for them, they don't think like me, and they don't want the things I want. They don't want natural foods in the house. They don't want peace and candles and smells of Palo Santo, and just the feeling of like just peace, with connection, with love, with flowers and plants all over, and art in one room and music in another. And then it gets hard because we don't know. We don't know. We don't know how to blend the two worlds together. We don't know how to bring the two worlds together. And we have things that influence us, and we watch things that keep us distracted all day long. I know me, sometimes I'll stay up. One of the reasons I'm so great at healing is because I face my feelings a lot, and I let out my emotions a lot. And we want to be better people, right? I mean, raise your hand if you think that every day. Like, I want to be a better person. I want to be a good person. I want to do more for the world. I want to be a better human being. I wish I could control that habit. I wish I could not have such a hard time not wanting something that I know is not good, or, you know, and it's hard because that pressure that we put on ourselves to be successful and, be someone important in society, and everybody puts that pressure on each other. And, oh, well, you're not married. Oh, what's wrong with you? Like, you're about to be 40 years old. Oh, you're single. Oh, you don't make a lot of money at your job. Oh, you don't have your own house. Oh, that's the car you drive. Oh, and those pressures of everyday life they don't bother me today, thank God, because I've learned to just listen. This is what it is. I'm working on me. I'm working on me. Let whoever wants to make fun of you or say you are nothing, you have nothing, and that you're nobody, whatever they're saying to you, that is them, and let them say what they want. Let them feel what they feel. And I've learned so much to just not let anybody else's influences or the way they feel about me impact the way I feel about myself. I show up as myself, and those people who cannot accept that and want me to be their ideal of perfect, or their vision of beauty, or their concept of perfect, or look at that life and this person. Comparison is the thief of joy, Megan said. That is such a good statement. It is. I will tell you, the destruction that I faced in my life when I was in destruction mode was at a time when I compared myself to everybody else. Well, she's doing better than me. Well, she has this and I have nothing. She said, easy now, Flo. That's too much thinking there. Well, sometimes it's good to think about these things because I realize that it doesn't affect me and I'm talking about it so other people can understand that these things can affect you. Those things don't bother me. Comparison is of the ego. And I did say, I posted something and I said, I don't know the key to success, but I know the key to failure is comparing yourself to others or competing with others. Because we're not here for that, right? And you listen, I'm going to tell you guys something, I had to let go of the ego a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I had these battles with myself all the time back then. And it was this girl inside of me who just she was this girl that I used to know, that was me, that was her, because this is me and that was her, if that makes sense to you. This girl I used to know, she was so very like, look at my clothes, my shirt's $90. I have expensive jeans on. Look at this beautiful car I'm driving. Look at this house I live in. Look at me, look at me, and look at me. And everything had to be about, when someone sees this, they're going to say, wow. When someone sees that, they're going to say, wow. And then when that switched from that to, I hope whatever gifts I receive from the universe, whatever I work hard towards, when I post something, let's say I hope so. Let's say this month I get a car, or next month I get a car, because I've been working so hard on my things to get myself a car. And I could, I have ways to do things, but I want to do it myself. I want to be independent. I want to do everything myself, my own credit, my own this, my own that. Now, let's say I get something. Hopefully I say to God, like, hopefully now when I post or I say, look, guys, it will never be, because people will know now it's not because she's showing off. It's because she's trying to empower us and she's trying to motivate us that you can do this too. Because as opposed to who I was before, when I would post, people were like, oh my God, she's showing off. Today, I know that those people that watch and they see my journey and they seen my struggles, they seen my victories, and they seen my ups and they seen my downs, they will see that this girl really bared her soul. And not because I want them to see me, I want them to see themselves in me, that person who struggles and that person who's trying so hard to get there, and wherever there is, because there never is a there. I never want to get anywhere because I am exactly where I need to be all of the time. But there are times when we say to ourselves, I want to achieve this and I want to get to that and I want to receive this. And I'm proud of all of you too, man. I'm proud of every single one of you, because I know through my stuff, people that were not struggling, or not even just struggling, feeling or emotionally or spiritually awakening like me, if they weren't going through almost the same type of things, they wouldn't have connected with me so hard. I was like another version of them. We were all a version of each other, and we were all working on ourselves together. And that is the beauty of this journey, in this seed of life, that we are all here connected in such a specific, beautiful way. And whatever debts I owe unto my soul family, I've paid them, and now I'm ready to receive that abundance. I'm ready to receive the gifts that are so divinely gifted to me every single day. And every single way I get gifts, whether they be big or small. To me, a message from an angel number is a big message for me. And I feel so blessed whenever I see like an angel number, or a bird will fly by me and show me, like, a message, give me a message. I feel blessed in the little things today. And that's what is beautiful. And no matter what, I'm unshakable. And things, whenever I look to want something or need something, it's never for egotistical views. It's really because I just want peace. And I feel like a certain, thing might bring me, not that that thing will bring me peace, but together me and that thing can create that peaceful scenario that I so dream of, that cottage in the woods with flowers all around me and fairies everywhere. And a glass window and snow falling down with the fireplace on and a glass of hot chocolate. And I'm sitting on a comfy leather couch, a brown one that's pretty, and it's sitting right by the window. And it's just this big, beautiful window, and just snow is falling out of it. And I'm just looking out, and there's just peace and quiet and serenity and independence, freedom. And then I could hear my daughter laughing in the background, probably on FaceTime with one of her friends, giggling, hee hee hee, ha ha ha, innocently, like a child should be, talking about innocent, sweet children things. And, you know, just, and then hearing my nieces and nephews running around and having dinners where I can invite people over. Hey, I'm having a dinner, and I cook my special meals, and it's all healthy, and everybody eats and feels good. And, you know, some people are drinking wine, some people aren't, and everybody's laughing, and there's poker at the end of the night. There's always poker. There's always poker. And of course, a tarot reading for somebody. So yeah. Yes, KV. Yes. So yeah, you know, everybody has their wants. Everybody has their vision of their life. Everybody has their blessings coming in right now, because we're going to go through a test here. Humans, we will be tested here in some kind of way. We are going to be tested, and it won't be easy, and it's not easy. And these ascension symptoms that you're feeling now, and these feelings that you're feeling now, yeah, you know, these feelings that you're feeling now, there might even be some things transpiring that you probably, it might even be scary to some of you, man. There's gonna be definitely some big changes, like waves of, I'm hearing sending big waves into motion. I'm hearing that song. Not storm. Look, that's crazy, Lala. I was just saying some big waves and you accidentally wrote storm and you meant stork. Our guides are really treading carefully right now. I can feel it. They're kind of like, it's almost like they want to just come in and just be like, blah, blah, blah. But it's like something is like telling them slowly, wait 1 second, not yet, wait, not yet. What we have to say is it's gonna be those who accept the message and want to ascend and want to transcend and regenerate their DNA and step into their next role. Those people that want it, they will receive it. But there will be a lot of people that will not want this. There will be a lot of people who are not ready, and there will be a lot of people who are, your morals. Another thing I'm hearing, you guys, morals, your morals. That is one of the reasons why you haven't like catapulted it to the next stages, because a lot of you, and this is a beautiful thing, because I feel this energy, your morals, right? Your morals. Look, I mean, really, I'm doing the documentary and I was like, didn't want to like post my PayPal thing to get help for it. And Spirit was like, just post it. Like, you know, people will help. If it's something that is passionate to you, we will send people to help you in any way possible. Because sometimes we can be misindependent. I got it. I'm not asking nobody for help. Sometimes we need help. Sometimes we need support. We need help. And I've learned lately, I've learned Flo, like you got to receive the help, man. You got to receive it. If you don't, we can't send you help if you're on some like, I can't ask for help. I can't, no, we are sending you help. We have been sending you help. You just have to accept it. You know, you have to accept the help. You have to accept the guidance. You have to accept the love. And for some of you, I'm hearing this for all of us, there's big help coming in with something that you've been really needing lately. And this could be anything depending on what your situation is and what you feel you need help with the most. I feel like spirit is going to bring that help to you. Damn, I look crazy right now. Send a lot of love and a lot of light into your homes. A lot of healing and protection. I'm surrounding your body, your spirit, your feet, your aura, everything with Palo Santo from the bottom all the way to the sacral chakra and all of your chakras, clearing the energies so that you can have a flow and release of energy all through your mind, body, and spirit and soul, sending protection, love, joy, and peace around you. This space right now is so full of light that I just feel like if I can explain to you how I'm feeling this energy, I feel right here is this ball of protection of light. And around me is just a lot of like noise and just a lot of buzzing and noise. And right here in this space where I am, it just feels very, very quiet and very lovely and very peaceful. And that is spirit showing us that when we put ourselves in the energy of love and light, that we ultimately call in that love and light, and it just stays with us, and it protects us, and it loves us, and it guides us, and it heals us. And when I have moments when I'm angry or when I'm confused or disturbed, I do these little practices where I'll sit for a moment with myself and just think, why should I be angry? Why should I hate? Why should I be jealous, mad, or envious, or revengeful, when there's just so much less pain in forgiving and letting go and releasing, the hate that we might have for someone who might have harmed us in the past. And when we hold on to that hate, it just makes it so much harder to live, just makes it really a complicated place to be. And so I've learned to just really just let the shit just go. Like, I've calmed my nerves so much over the years, and some could say that comes with age, but no, I think it comes with practice and meditation and really self-discipline, right? Because there's moments that you could just snap and you could go off and be the petty you that you used to be, but why, for what reason? For what reason? There's literally, it just gets you nowhere, and it's very draining. And I'm hearing that the energies that have drained you for so long, that have felt like such a draining energy for so long, they are being cleared right now, whether you know it or not. This is the last bit of that karmic cycle. Your DNA, your self is being regenerated, restored. You are stepping into this part of the divinity that you have so withheld yourself from for so long. And now we are going to make sure that you feel the ascension. You step into the ascension and you allow the ascension. They're bringing that love to us now, and I'm so proud of everyone. I really am hearing that. I'm so proud of you. When nobody tells you that they're proud of you, you just focus on the fact that you're doing this journey of being a human, and not a lot of people can pick this to do, because they're afraid. What happens if this happens or that happens? This is a ultimate test, being here as a human. It ain't easy. It ain't cut out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Native Americans and other indigenous people have burned sage for centuries as part of rituals to cleanse a person or space to promote healing and wisdom. Yes. Oh, Armanita doesn't know what sage is. I'm so sorry. I'm looking here. This is Palo Santo. This is known as it's like basically holy wood. It's a very sacred wood, and it smells like mint when you light it. This to me is one of my favorite tools that I have ever encountered, because like unlike sage, which happens to clear out all the spiritual energy, it clears everything out, even the good things, because the smoke, it just clears everything out and it's like restarting it. So they say that you should light sweetgrass after that to invite the good energies back into your home. I would say if there's spirit guides or anything like that, that they pretty much won't run from the sage, but however, they might step out for a moment until that part is done, because they're the ones assisting in that negative energy being cleared out of the energy. So when you ask spirit to clear the energy, you ask your spirit guides to clear the energy, because it is distracting or too much for you, or you might feel you can't sleep at night, or you're feeling uncomfortable. When I light Palo Santo, however, I love it because if I am having a day where I'm just heavy, everything's heavy, my head, my body, I feel like there's a tension between me and myself and I, and whatever else is going on. I do this with my daughter as well when she's having a lot of emotions. I do this, I cleanse her, and really 5 minutes later, she's a different child. She calms down, she's peaceful, because she is very empathic and very sensitive herself, and she's very intuitive, and she reads other people's energy and doesn't know why. Sometimes she'll come to me for no reason. Sometimes just start crying. And I'm like, what's wrong? I'm like, okay, let's clear the energy together. And I put my head on her head and we clear the energy. And she'll say, Mommy, I have a headache. Heal my head. Mommy, my belly hurts. Can you heal my belly? I can't fall asleep. Can you put me to sleep? So it's like she knows as much as she denies it, she knows that these things are possible. And I find it interesting that the candles are all going to the right side here. They're all literally like, there's no air there. I'm talking and the candles are still facing me. It's like almost like they're supporting us right now. So yeah, so sage and Palo Santo is really great because I light this and I'll put it around my head like this. And I'll say, please, any negative energies, entities, frequencies that may have attached themselves throughout the day to myself, I ask that you be released into the love and the light and disconnect from me. And I clear those energetic cords and I clear the energy and I ground and I separate myself from the negative energies, because sometimes we can accidentally carry negative energies that weren't even aware were around us. Sometimes when we get around a person, they might have some negative energy. And you might, being an empath, might attract that aura to kind of attach itself or stick to you, and you didn't ask for it, but it happens. So that's why it's important to clear your energy when you step into your home after you've been somewhere, or even protect your energy with the white light when you're leaving your home, so that those energies can't attach to you in the first place. That is the best way to disconnect from energy, is to have the aura of white light fill your space before you leave your home, so that when you leave your home and you step out and you go into a place and you want to call that energy. And when you're driving, for instance, people pray, dear God, protect me and my family. It's the same thing. Prayers and spiritual prayers are the same. They're all connected to God. Like, for instance, when I connect myself to the white light and I get in the car and I say, Spirit, protect me with your white light, like a Holy Spirit type of energy, right? Celestial realm frequencies, energetic, positive, love, balanced, things like this. And I get in the car and I ask for protection and to guide me. And if I should be going on this trip, maybe I see a hawk fly to my right and telling me that this trip is safe, you're okay, you're going to be all right. Sometimes I'll ask if something's going to go that, I don't want to do, send those birds to my left-hand side, and they will. Sometimes I don't listen and I go anyway because I'm stubborn. But today I promised my spirit guides that I won't be doing that. If they send me a message and a signal, I promised them that I would listen, and I am going to keep that promise, and always know that we are human. We make mistakes. If there is a mistake you make, don't put pressure on yourself. Know that we are all human, and sometimes things happen and it's going to be okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, of course, Lotus, I got you. So yeah, fresh smoke that works miracles in keeping my mosquitoes and other insects. It is said to be the smell enhances creativity. Yeah, and that's what she's saying is Palo Santo actually does keep mosquitoes and everything away. So I've seen shamans do this. They have this wood in like a big piece of wood like that, and what they'll do is they'll take a person and they'll cover them in a sheet. And after the Palo Santo's lit, this big piece of Palo Santo, that person will sit on top of the wood and all of that smoke, like you want to talk about clearing energy. This clears energy, it works wonders. But what I'm talking about, what they do is just straight up you're just filled with smoke everywhere. And it's gotta be the most phenomenal feeling in the world, because I know when I light this little powerful buddy right here, I'm already feeling very clear and make sure you're always. Now, I'm not here to like send demons off to the to their world or whatever, because I feel there's nothing but positive energy in my home. I'm really lighting this for the scent and the love that I feel for it right now. And also, just to send like a area of protection. If you feel like there's energy connected to you and you're not able, and it's like distracting and it's uncomfortable, that's when you have to stand outside or stand by a window and just send off the energy to the love and the light. Sometimes you have to ask your shadows, this your spiritual energy that's around you, shadow self, say, shadow, what are you doing here? And why are you serving? How are you serving me now? And ask the shadow, that'd be your shadow self, the negative self-talk, the anger, the bitterness, whatever you're feeling for the moment. Ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? What's my problem? What's going on? How can I connect to this? Because it's your shadow self, your shadow, ask for answers. Why do I feel like this? What's going on with me? Why, and then find out the answers. And don't pressure the answer to come, but give it a second or two and be patient and kind always. You're not here, don't be disrespectful to any spiritual energy. Don't be disrespectful to yourself, right? If you don't talk negatively to yourself and even to energy, don't disrespect anything. Just ask for it firmly to please, step away, go to the light. As a person who's a medium and I do readings, in the beginning, I used to have a real problem. When I did readings, I would feel the energy surrounding me after the readings. I'd be like, oh God, it just won't go away. They won't go away. But now, after I finish a reading, I send the energy back to the person I'm reading. I step away and it's like almost like I built a rapport with spirit. Like I feel comfortable with them now. Now I'm like, yo, I'm done. Like I'm done for the day. You know what I'm saying? Let a bitch chill. Like, let me go do me. You know what I'm saying? And they do. And my heart chakra just went off there. They do. They're respectful when you're respectful. Like I find spirit to be very respectful when you show respect, and especially when you. I don't know. For me, I feel like they almost like the fact that I talk about them, and I'm bringing honor and awareness to spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm letting people know, like, hey, they exist. Good or bad. They're still like, oh well, she talks about us and she never says nothing bad, so we're not gonna bother her, type shit. But if you're sitting here like it's that, like no matter what, you're just basically like. You're creating a barrier between you and spirit. And let me just tell you something. Everybody's doing their part, okay? And I hate to say this, but demons are doing their part too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I hate to say it. I send love and light to everybody. But I'll tell you right now, everybody's doing their job, even demons, guys, even demons. Let me just tell you, the dark, well, what you consider demons, I consider, there's dark and light. Everybody's got a job to do. No matter where or what they come from, they're all doing their job. So, you can't force somebody to stop doing their job. Maybe they were sent for a mission. You don't know that, because I know that I've had dark energy wake me up. When I was doing dark shit, they came and appeared to me. I was like, bitch, you want to fuck around? Okay, so we're going to hang out with you then. I was like, oh, I don't know. What's up? Um, so they came around me. I remember the time when I was in my darkest time, and I was, obviously you guys know my history. I don't want to always keep fucking digging it into the ground, but obviously I did drugs for a while in my life. And I remember times when I was so deep in the moment that I was there for days, just close to death, and then seeing those dark energies and being terrified but too frozen to do anything. But they basically came around me showing me like, you're doing dark shit, so you're inviting us here. Nobody is telling you to do this stuff. This is you doing this to you. We're not here to punish you. We're here to hang out with you. Since you want to do dark shit like this, hey, let's all have a good time then, huh? But it was not a fucking good time. It was a horrible time. And they were showing me myself, basically. Like, you want to talk about us that we're demons, you're doing demonic shit right now. This is the shit we like to do, bitch. So you want to do shit like that, and here we are hanging out with you. And then once I stopped fucking around with shit like that, that's not the kind of energy that's invited around me. Sexual, perverted, or drugs, or hanging out with dark people and dark souls and dark places. And once I got out of that situation, now I attract the love. I attract the light, and what's around me is the love and the light. And even if there are energies that are dark, they all they can do is stand on the side, because they cannot interact with somebody who's just trying to stay in the love and the light. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to interact with someone who's focused on love, focused on light, focused on positivity. It's hard because they work through energy and they work through frequencies. And so if your frequency and your energy does not match theirs, it's not possible for them to interact with you. You see what I'm saying? So exactly. Somebody said misery loves company. So if your energy and your frequency is of love, of light, and you're all about love and understanding and compassion, even for the darkness, you have compassion and understanding, but you're not going to put up with their shit. Just like I won't put up with nobody's shit. It doesn't matter whether dark, light, good, bad, whatever you want to call it. I have my boundaries today and I set them in place, and I've let it be known. And that's what we have to do with people. We have to do that with spiritual energy. Look, man, it was a time I went a little crazy. I'm not that person anymore. Stop trying to bring me back over there. That's not me anymore. Because sometimes they can be like, oh, I remember her. Let's go see if she still wants to play with that for a little. No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I'm glad I learned lessons through what I did. I don't regret it because it made me who I am today, which is a person who is awakened, always learning, of course, always ascending, always. We never fully learn, we never fully heal, we're always healing. Because if you fully heal and you fully learn while you're here in this lifetime, you never get to experience a new thing. You're just going to be like, I'm healed and that's it. No, no, no. Every time I do a reading with someone, or I have a session with someone, or I meet with someone that needs healing, I heal something inside of me. That's the beautiful thing. Every time. wait. Kokir says, I don't align with your frequency. You're blowing out my high. You ain't mine. You don't wait, you don't mean shit to me. I don't love you, babe. You a dub on everything I love. And you could say that too. Sometimes I'll be like, this spirit, y'all motherfuckers be wilding. Like, but then I'm like, yo, because I'm sure there's some hood spirit that be like, needs to hear it. Like, yo, Sean, you know what I'm saying? Yo, brah, you stepping over my boundaries, homie. These is my motherfucking boundaries, and I set them in place. And I ain't gonna have you fuck with my energy, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just gotta get a little hood with spirit. You feel me? Mm-hmm. But that's really like one of the most beautiful things that I've learned is, yeah, Lala, it's beautiful because I've learned that through my process and through my energy. I really every time have worked with anybody in any scenario, friends talking, I have to even say this, even sometimes when I would get high with people, and I'm not glorifying this at all. I don't recommend it. And I wish I could have done it without that. But there were times when I would get high with people and we would talk for hours and hours and talk about things that were hidden deep down inside of us. And, and it was probably something I needed to do that I probably wouldn't have done if I didn't do drugs. But today I've learned to express my emotions and my feelings without any of that stuff. Instead of being afraid, what is someone going to think of me? I just let it all out. And I've told myself thousands of times when I feel something that I have to say it, because if not, I don't know where I'll go. If I'm lonely, I have to express that. I have to put it out there, because if not, I don't want to go out and then find, somebody to entertain me for the night because I was lonely. That's what I used to do, you know? And so sometimes it's good to just speak it out, baby. Let it all out, because when you hold that shit in, when you hold in your pain, when we try to pretend we're like tough and like, I got this and I'm good and I don't need you, that's when we need people the most, and when we don't got it the most, and when we're not good at all. That's the times when we're really the most broken. And whatever you're struggling with, whatever it is, whether it be your looks, your insecurities, your money, your house, your finance, whatever it is, just know something, that the more you worry about it, the more worries you create. When you don't worry about anything, you have no worries, sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it, man. Like, what are you gonna do? Oh, your mom's she won't ever change. Fuck it. Let her be who she wants to be. It's her karma. It ain't your karma. Your brothers and sisters, they don't want to listen to you, or your friends or your cousins are judging you. Let them do it. It's their karma. It's not yours, baby. The energy of fucking it. The energy of fucking it. The energy of fuck it sometimes can really save lives, because sometimes we will get that vibration inside of you real quick. I love to do this tuning fork thing when I'm feeling, this is 528 hertz. So I like to just pull out all the negative energy from my throat chakra, my third eye. Pull out all the negative energy from your third eye, your throat chakra, your solar plexus, and all the other parts of you. I was petting my cat and the bell got me back on track. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Feel that energy, that flow. I love it. This is good for when I do Reiki on people. It helps me to tune their energy. Oops. Imagine I'm giving Reiki on somebody, I just fling this across the room and hits them in the face. Whoa, I'm like, did I tune your energy enough there, buddy? Yeah, this is 528. It's awesome. So, just imagining that I just hit it and then bing, it just hits them in the head. I'll be like, I was just helping you tune your energy really quick. It's all about the vibes. It is. And, it could get lonely sometimes, where I live upstate, it's secluded. A lot of people that I know that I'm close with, or like you could consider my friends or whatever you want to call it, they're not so close to me. Most of the people that I connect with are in different states, different countries, different cities. They're not close to me, but I learned one thing. I learned though is to keep myself busy, and when I feel like I just don't want to do anything, I just don't. I don't put pressure on myself to. I do my private readings, and sometimes if I don't feel like doing a client that day, I'll tell them straight out, like, look, I'm not feeling it right now. We're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Okay, no problem. They understand, because if people that are paying for readings, the people that work with energy, they understand it's energy. And when the energy is not flowing, it's just not flowing. And sometimes I'll overdo myself and I'll go here and I'll do this and I'll do that live and I'll do that client and I'll leave here and I'll work on something else and I'll write and it's a lot. And then sometimes I have to tell myself, Flo, just chill. And one of the most important things, what kind of readings do I do? All kinds of readings, past lives, mediumship. I connect to loved ones. Um, my readings will talk about love. They talk about career. They talk about, if you want to connect to a loved one, it'll be mostly like what they're saying, and I'll just say it out loud. I did a reading today earlier with a girl, an Albanian girl, another Albanian girl, because the other day I did one with an Albanian girl and a lot of things came through. But today the reading I did with the Albanian girl was incredible. Like I was like, I'm seeing a doctor's coat. She was like, my mother's a doctor. I was like, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that, I'm hearing that. And she was like, oh my God. She goes, you got every, and I'm like, yo, my gifts really went from like, okay, I think I'm hearing this to like, I'm hearing this, and I just say it, and people are like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's to that point, but it's because I've really worked hard to get here. And for those of us who are already gifted, but we don't know it, it takes a little work to step into that gift, you know? But there's some people that could just do it naturally. They don't have to work hard at it. I had to work pretty hard to get to this point, and I'm still ascending. Now I'm starting to get into like the remote viewing stage where I'm able to see into somebody's home, or like, you know, it's interesting. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can ascend further and further and further. It's all, again, how high, you know, how high do you want to go? Like, you know, spirit is really, there's no limit to what you can do. The truth. I mean, shit. Sometimes I'm like, yo, I probably could spark a fire without doing anything. And I probably could. And I just, you know, it's all about the focus and what, how much do I like, you know, I know that I can heal people too with their physical ailments. A few sessions, 3, 4, 5 sessions with me, I feel like I could completely heal whatever's going on with them. But 1 or 2 sessions, I can help them to heal themselves. And whoa, my third eye right now, you guys, is itchy. Ooh, it just got real itchy right in the third eye area. It was like a itch. Okay, so I want to tell you guys a secret. So activated charcoal, okay, it decalcifies your pineal gland. Okay, so your pineal gland is full right now of chemicals. It is polluted with fluoride in the water and chemicals and all the processed foods that we eat. And your third eye it needs to be decalcified, which essentially just means cleaned up. It needs to be like, you need to pull the toxins out of it. And just like activated charcoal pulls out alcohol out of your system, or they use it for drug overdoses as well. Is it for drug overdose or alcohol? I believe it's alcohol poisoning or drugs. I'm not sure. It's drugs or alcohol, but it pulls out all the toxins. It like sucks all the toxins out. Like as soon as activated charcoal hits your stomach, whatever toxins or intoxicants or things that are calcifying your third eye, your pineal gland, even your stomach, it traps gases and helps you not be bloated and gassy. Activated charcoal is great with that, but you have to drink a lot of water with it. I just got like a sharpness right here. It kind of helps your stomach clear out and all this stuff. But like I said, you have to drink a lot of water with it, and like 1 tablespoon of that a day, your water will be black. It'll look crazy, but 1 of that a day will help your third eye decalcify. So you know, that's always a good thing if you want to decalcify, especially for those of us who love our coffee. Listen, I love my coffee. I understand people are like, coffee is bad for you and blah, blah, blah. I know, but you know, I don't think it's bad for me because first of all, my coffee is not all coffee. Mine is mostly oat milk. I always make like a coffee with like this much coffee, and the rest of it is I make lattes at home. I boil the milk and then I put cinnamon powder in it, and I always use brown sugar. And I'm not one of those people who drinks like coffee, like I need coffee right now. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll go to Dunkin' Donuts and I'll have me a oatmeal latte, and I always put a espresso shot. You know, coffee does one of those things. The fluoride in the water does that. And yeah, a lot of stuff is actually hurting our third eye, but activated charcoal will help that. So you guys can look that up and work and use that. They actually have the capsules, and it'll be like take 4, 2 times, 3 times a day. Actually, for those of you who are detoxifying from any drugs as well, it helps with that too. Okay, so if you're like coming off Percocet or I don't know, what is the other ones? Fucking Xanax and all that stuff. If you're coming off all that stuff, it does help. It does help a lot. It really will help a lot to get those toxins out of your body quicker. You know what I mean? Drinking black coffee is better for your stomach. If you put lemon and cinnamon in that black coffee, you'll be shitting your brains out, but it cleans your system out really well. So I want to share with you guys what I think. So I think I told you guys this, but there's that story of the three children, the children of Fatima, the story of the prophecy of Fatima, and those three kids. Then they went out into the woods, and Mary appeared to them, and then 70,000 people saw a miracle all together at once. She performed a miracle for them so they could believe. There was three prophecies, and she gave them to the Pope in the Vatican. And two of them were read out loud, and they told people what it said. One of them was like the prediction of the Pope getting shot, and another one was this. But there's the third prophecy that they never shared with us. They never told anybody about that. You know, and I feel like that's one of the things that she prophesied to those children, was that something was going to happen. And I believe in these times, you know, so I really do feel like, yeah, Lala, you know, Lala's talking about how the CCP are poisoning Xanax with mental health meds, but and not just fentanyl. So I'm going to tell you guys something, and this is something you need to understand, and do not question my opinion on this. This is real shit. If you smoke weed, really be careful, because today they're putting fentanyl, they're putting heroin in that weed. And I'm telling you this right now, ask anybody who smokes weed when they have tried to quit, how they feel when they quit. I know several people that have told me they tried to quit smoking weed and they could not, they felt frustrated, like their stomach hurt. I'm like, that sounds like perk withdrawals. I've been there. I've withdrawn from Percocet many times. And the feeling is always the same. Your stomach, you're nauseous, you can't shit, like you're sweating, if you don't get it, you feel terrible. Like that's the same feeling. And today, weed is being poisoned with shit. Like you got to be very careful. You know, one of the reasons, like I just today, like even though sometimes, listen, everybody wants to get high sometimes, you know, my thing was Coke. I used to love doing Coke. That was my shit. But like everybody loves to do that, but I won't even dare put it in my system because I don't know what they're putting in that shit. Well, I remember one of my friends that I was very close to came to a party, and they were upstairs, and I guess the guy sold her Coke or whatever, and she thought it was Coke, and she sniffed it, and she had an overdose in the bathroom. And we found out later on that the guy had put Coke in the fentanyl in the cocaine, and that somebody who's never taken perks or heroin or fentanyl, that will kill you in an instant. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That will kill you. If nobody's around to help you with that, you're dead. You will die. But did you say prophesize? I'm wondering if that's a real word. Didn't you make it up? Did you make up a word on BGC? I make words up all the time. You know what other word I made up? Stop questioning my genuinity. Why that word sounded so real to me. I wanted to make t-shirts that said that. Don't question my genuinity, because it's like, what? You bitch, that's not even a word. Like I didn't even, I looked it up after. I was like, is genuinity a word? Prophesize. I don't know. Yeah. Is it prophesize the word? Is prophesize the word? It sounds like a word to me. Listen, I make up words all the time. What was that other word? I said incredible and do you hear that? I'm coming in, guns blazing. I was funny on that shit. I have to say, one of my favorite lines ever when I was like, Natalie is always starting shit. I could have been like, Natalie, this cheese is delicious. What do you mean the cheese is delicious, Flo? That is literally one of my favorite lines ever from Tanisha Gets Married. Like, I have to say that is the funniest shit because it's true. I'm like, yo, Natalie, this cheese is delicious. What do you mean the cheese is delicious? Because she that shit is fucking funny. It's funny. Because you as real as it gets, Flow baby. That's my email, as real as it gets. Because I wanted to have a tour of me speaking to people and call it As Real as It Gets tour. MySpace days throwback, where I'm doing a collaboration tarot reading with, the interesting thing is this girl, Sam, Leo Sun, Pisces Moon, that girl like you guys see me post a lot. When I remember this, how I started tarot, I was going through like some relationship where he cheated on me and I was watching tarot a lot. Like I was obsessed with it. And I watched one of her readings and she said some shit to catch me. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, how the fuck did she know that? I was just thinking that. Is that you? Yeah, and I was just thinking that, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, holy shit, like, is that you, Natalie? Right there, there's a Natalie Kincaid in my room, in the room. And she said, is that you, Natalie? Question mark. And she's the reason I started tarot. And it's funny because I've been like trying to like stalk her. I'm like, yo, we got to do a collaboration together. She's like, I don't like cameras. And I'm like, yo, you're doing it. That's that. And she's like, okay. And then now she's like, we could do it next week. So we're doing a collaboration. The reason why I started reading tarot, the girl that I started reading it because of her, we're doing a collaboration. Isn't that cool? Waha, wouldn't that be some sheet? Some sheet. That's funny. Speak to me. I love that song. Speak to me. I love that song by Amy Lee. Be still, my heart. I will return to you. And when far away. You got to listen to that song, Speak to Me by Amy Lee. It's really good. You will never be alone. I will always be waiting. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, so, but besides that, like, no one heard the whistle. I heard some voices just now, like loud talking. We need to see if she's swing by a pool someday. We need to see if she'll swing by a pool someday. And I remember the one where you were, I'll see you in your dreams. I'll see you in your dreams. What's funny is like I look back at some of the things, some of the moments on the show, and I go, oh my God, look, at a time I didn't know I was like really psychic and really in tune. When I did that thing, I was like, God, tell me, should I let them stay or go? And I flipped the coin, but everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to happen. So I don't regret anything and I don't hate nobody because everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to. I can feel it in the air. I can hear it in your voice. I feel funny right now. My stomach feels funny. I got to tell you something though. I'm going to admit something to you guys. Like, I'm not like a scared person. Have you meditated outside and seen UFOs? I see them anyway, but that's like one of the things they've always wanted me to do is like to go outside, come closer, come closer. But I'm like, yo, listen, as much as a tough guy I am, I don't know how I feel about going outside in the middle of the night or even during the day in the woods. First of all, where I live, there's bears and shit like that, foxes and bears and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, but even that, like, I'll tell you, I'll admit something like, after this, like, I would like to sit here and meditate on my own and, see what happens. But I'm not going to lie to you. Like, sometimes I worry, not that I'm scared. Like, I worry, like, what if I attract the wrong, energy? Like, I worry too, but I try not to be fearful. I try not to think of fearful things. But as as a natural as it is, we're gonna be like, oh my God, what if, I've disappointed some people from getting readings. What do you mean, Armenia? What do you mean when they've given you readings, or you've given them readings? Because what I'm picking up for you, Armenia Williams, is that when you get a reading and people read you, you don't open your energy, and so they can't like connect to you, but it's hard to break through your walls, is what I'm picking up for you. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I don't think so, because I'm hardly ever wrong. I always have dreams about shapeshifters, it'd be werewolves and fairies. Wow, Destiny, really? Well, shapeshifters, and werewolves and fairies, I would connect that to ancient American, Native American energies. They're very protective over their land and stuff like that. So when you ever go to a space, a lot of people that lived in like buildings in the hood and like the Bronx would tell me, they'd be like, Flo, I swear to God, there was a Native American man standing at the edge of my bed. A lot of those things were built on ancient American burial lands and their lands and where they belonged. I've gotten 2 readings from psychics, and some people are upset I went to them. Well, Armanita, they probably weren't strong enough to handle your energy. That's why. I'm a tough bitch, so really nothing really bothers me anymore. I've read some really, really interesting characters, people that you have to know how to work with them in order to connect or to communicate with them. Oh God. Yeah, exactly. You didn't go for them, you went for you. Yeah, so that's what it is. That's the thing. Like, they are just some people that do readings, they'll like, there's yeah, exactly. Wait, so the Native Americans were on Section 8? German, I hate you. Why did you just say that? Yo, you are an idiot. Wait, what? Oh my God, I can't believe you just said that. No, you idiot. Those are built on sacred lands. I said not everybody that lives in apartment buildings and in the projects is on Section 8. Not everyone. I knew a few people that weren't, not everyone. So let's not make that generalization. I guess they viewed it as a substitute for God. But he said, because I said that the Native Americans show up to a lot of people at the apartment buildings. He says, so you telling me that Native Americans were on Section 8? Yeah, I cannot deal with his fucking sense of humor. It's out of this world, bro. Do you think you've ever been abducted? Yeah. Okay. So funny, because my stepfather was actually in the kitchen. One time I was helping him do something and my hand got stuck in the machine and I was forced to go get what do you call those? X-ray. And they found something like in the middle of my hand. Literally, I'm not kidding you. The doctor was like, I don't know what that is. It looks like a chip. I was like, yeah, I think that's heaven. I think when I was little, because that's probably why I have a fear from it, So if you have a fear from it, they say like when you were a child, you experienced something, and from that point, you were too scared to like go after it. You know what I mean? Like it just terrified you, because obviously, if you experienced something that was that traumatic when you were little, then I just got a notification and it said winner CID. It said winner. All I saw on the notification was a big sign that said winner on it. But yeah, so they found a chip. Like he said, it looks like a chip. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's like, it looks like, honestly, he goes, it looks like a chip, but I don't want to make any assumptions. He goes, I've never seen anything like that before. It was like this, like long, it looked like a little, like a chip, like a long chip like this, right in the middle, the center of my hand, right here. And I think when I was younger, my sister said I used to sit in the corner of the house and like be scared. Like I would tell her that I'm seeing somebody standing in the corner and things like this. And I remember being young, one particular moment, I think this is the moment why I blocked out this part of my childhood, because I remember I was wearing a black sweater and it had buttons, like big buttons coming down. And I remember it was in Albania and I was sitting down and I remember, I don't remember what I saw, but I remember me sitting on the couch like this. Oh my God, please go away, please go away. And it traumatized me. And from that, my guys were like, oh, we got to take a step back because she's scared, you know? So when they see you scared like that, they're going to step back. They're not going to bother you. You know what I mean? So I feel strongly like if some of us experienced that when we were younger, they stay away from us for a while until we're ready again. And that's probably why sometimes I'm afraid to connect, because I'm like, of that traumatizing moment that I had. Because remember, there's dark guides too, you know, when you listen to Mateos de Stefano, he says the dark guides, they scared me a little bit when I first saw them. But then he said, I started to understand, he goes, there's light guides and there's dark guides. So there's going to be like, you know, ones that look a little creepy to you and ones that don't, you know, but also that's one of the things, the trust in me. Sometimes I'm like, I wonder if I should be trusting. I don't know what kind of, where you're from and what you want. Like, what if you're giving me false information? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want false information. I want to make sure whatever I'm getting is going to be of the light and is for humanity's highest good, right? Yeah. Yes, Lala. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the doctors and get that x-ray and be like, you had the x-ray of my hand. Can I get it? And I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna show it to you guys. He showed it to me on the screen. I was thinking about getting this one done because usually they say they implant you here, and a lot of people say on the back of their knees, I believe it was on the feet and on the hands, like, you know, like Jesus. What's funny is like that kind of thing, like, you know, like a stigmata type of situation. Dr. Fauci is a reptilian. You could see it in his face. You know how you know they usually have like that long nose and they're very beady eyes. Look at a reptile, okay? Like a reptile usually has like real beady eyes. They're close together, kind of, right? And the nose is kind of like bigger, fatter, like and longer, and they have like kind of small lips. You know, like they have that look. Like it's like a look. I don't know how to explain it to you. Almost like rats. Yeah, yeah, that's how I feel. Honestly, for me, it's like a situation like I feel so okay. So I had dreams, okay. I had dreams of me being in a ship, but here's the thing, here's the odd thing. Every time a being, like the pleading girl that came to me, she grabbed me, but every time they do, I'm always grabbed up by the government. And I remember being in this one dream and I was standing there and I was in a spaceship, and he was standing in there and he looked at me like, and I was like, oh, I've been waiting for you guys to come this whole time. I already knew you were coming. He goes, you were? Like, you're happy we got you? He's like, I don't think you want to be happy that we got you here in this. Like, we're planning some shit. And I was like, I already knew you were going to do this. Like, I've been waiting for you this whole time. Like, I already knew what's up. What are we doing? Like, I told the guy, the men in black, like, and they were like, what the fuck? Like, she's not scared. I wasn't scared. Like, this is not the first time they've tried to intimidate me. I've had them bring me into their ships and try to scare me. Like, one of the women that I was talking to, she released like this black dog on me. I was barking. I told the dog, shh, sit down. And the dog was like, "Arr, arr, arr," and sat down. And she was like, what the fuck? And then she released these little baby spiders on me. And I was like, oh, spiders, is that all you got? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they were trying to intimidate me, to scare me. And this is real talk. I'm being serious. And that's why I know that I have this thing with my starseed family where I'm like, I want to connect to them, but then like something always like blocks me, and like, but then like, you know, I'm not blocked now. I just, you know, I guess if any blockage comes, it comes from me, you know, and they come from fear, from what I've experienced before, and I'm afraid that it's gonna like happen again. Because, you know, each time it's always been some fuck boy in my way, like, yo, get out of my fucking way, let me chill, bro. Like, you can see I wrote stuff down here and it says things I'm gonna say in it. I don't think I don't think this is for my documentary, little notes that I wrote. I don't think people realize the severity of how much this information is hidden from us. It's important to note that before I went to this through the spiritual route, I sought professional help, doctors, counselors, and a meeting psychiatrists. When none of that sustained me, it helped a lot. But for times I was alone, I had to figure out what to do, and spirituality helped me get there. I wanted to begin with my life story, feature a couple of people telling them to talk about how I empowered them or how they recognize their own gifts and help them. Show me doing a reading on someone who doesn't know they're gifted. A healer's job is not to save you, it's to heal you, but to give you all the tools to help you heal yourself. The job of a healer should mean that you get healed. The job of a psychiatrist is to keep you coming back. I think a healer is for showing someone their strengths and telling them to heal in hopes it creates a chain of healers and heals one after the other, a chain of healing, self or otherwise. These are like little notes I wrote for the documentary that I want to do, that I'm doing. I'm just going to take my time because it is Mercury in retrograde. I just realized that and I wanted to start, but I guess, everything in time, everything in due time. I'm not rushing anything, taking my time with it, and little by little, I'll create it. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens. But I'm going to do this documentary because it's going to save lives. I'm going to wake a lot of people up to their potential and their gifts. All right, you guys. I'm going to we'll take it in for the night and see. I'm going to, obviously do a little more meditation on my own for a little bit and see what happens. I was having a dream earlier before, and when I took a nap and I saw something, and it was like I heard them saying, we're going around and around and around. It was like a whirlwind. I was going around and around. So either that, or they were saying like, we keep going around and around this, like we need to get to it already. Like, I don't know what they were trying to say, but it was interesting. Dang the retrograde. Yeah, it's especially starting a project during retrograde is probably not the wisest decision of them all, but sometimes you just got to work with the elements. And like, I feel like maybe the retrograde will help me because it'll bring back the past experiences I had and maybe help me like use that experience to step into, maybe the past of who I was, a producer, maybe a director, because I'm producing this whole shit myself and directing it myself. I'll have some help, but it's going to be me mostly. Okay. I love you guys. We receive messages in our dreams, and I'm going to try to put the timestamp for when the meditation is on this video. So when people watch it, they can I'm getting activation in the crown chakra right now. I feel like they want me to sit down and meditate with them for a little bit. I am proud of you and all of you too, man. I love you guys. We are all healers. Exactly. I'm an emotional healer, AKA your best friend. I love you, Lala. You're so cute. I love you, baby. You have such a fucking good heart, bro. I could tell everybody here, like, you guys are really good people, man. And you know what? A lot of people are good people. I love everybody, but you already know what it is. I don't got to say much, really, we know. When we know, we know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying use your intuition, especially in 2022. Like, let's not let these old energies come back and play us. Like, we're not about that life today. Ain't nobody got time for all that. You know what I'm saying? All right, you guys. I love you. I love you too, guys. Love you all, my angels in training, my spiritual gangsters. Have a blessed night, you guys. I'm gonna meditate some more and let you guys know what happened. Maybe I'll get some more information. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. I love you. Top stories. The CDC recommends Pfizer BioNTech boosters for 12 to 17-year-olds. How those who were to look back on January 6th Capitol riot. Gen Z is entering the workforce. Don't panic. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later. I love you. Bye. Good night, guys.